Hello, and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast. I'm your host, Lenoria, and this is...
I'm Shayna.
And
I'm Claire.
Claire. Today, guys, we are going to talk about something that I hope that men will tune in and let us know what you think and what you feel. I know that when we talk about this, you're getting the woman's side of it. And of course, we're going to just tell you how we feel about it. But there is nothing like something that involves a man for a man to speak up on. So if you could please DM us and let us know what you think about this topic. And the topic is, do you think a young son should go live with his father so his father can just show him things that a father should show a son? Or do you think that they should be raised by their mother and the father just can do what he do like they always do? You know, well, I'm not going to say that. That's wrong. That's not even fair or right, because all of them don't do it. But the topic is, do you think a young child should go live with their father? Yes or no? And then just let us know what you think about it. So guys, what do you think? Okay, I have a son and I have a daughter. And I'm going to just say my opinion.
Let's think of it as if you and your husband weren't together.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I have a son and I have a daughter. And if my husband and I were together, of course, however, if we weren't together and I was raising the kids or they were with me and they saw him, you know, on the weekends or however we split that share parenting, at a certain point, my son will need to go stay with his father. That's just my opinion. It doesn't make it right. Y'all do what you do, and I know you're going to do what you do anyway. I'm just saying, because yes, we can raise, I know a lot of people who are single mothers, and they can raise single daughters, single sons. I mean, not single. They can raise daughters, they can raise son, and they can do it single by themselves. However, if you want your son to know about a man and how man do things and how a man should do things, you need to have your son with a man. And if the father is alive and can be there, they need to take that son, especially in those crucial times when they are, my opinion, doesn't make it right. I feel that, okay, that's my baby. I got him from birth. He's 5. Okay. He's starting kindergarten. Okay. He's 6, 7. Okay. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and up. If you miss out being there with your son and things happen, Lord, forgive me, because I don't want to say the wrong things, but fathers, come on now. A mother can tell a child certain things that a mother knows. A father can put in a son what a man knows. So I think around that age, around 6, 7, 8, 9, and especially when they're in their middle school, you need to be present. Mm-hmm. And they need to be with you, not with, okay, mom most of the time, and with you. And like if he's with me, if my son is with me, like when he's a baby, you know, all week long and all, you know, and then you get him on the weekends, okay, it's all good. We doing that. When he get a certain age, you need to be keeping him all the time, and I get him on the weekend, because you got to instill the stuff in him that needs to be there so he can grow up to be a real man. I can discipline him. I can nourish him. I can care for him and all of that girl stuff. I can even discipline him and get into his butt like a man could do it, but it ain't the same. So let me stop, because I done took the whole show, but what do y'all think?
So, you know, my son is 6. I definitely think that he needs to go live with his father. I'm not saying right now. Like you said, those middle school years are very crucial.
Ooh.
But now, I think it's even more crucial, even younger, because they're pushing an agenda in their schools. Wow. I don't need to get into what the agenda is. We are all very aware. But it's being forced on them. And so if they're around feminine energy all the time, and then it's being forced on them in school, in churches, just everywhere, social media,
commercials.
What are we expecting? What are we expecting at this point?
And if a man is not present and that mother is saying, honey, don't do this, don't do that, there is something about a man's voice, the tone, everything that can relate to that boy is gonna be like, oh shit, that's daddy. I better do. You can say it all day, every day.
When my son was like a little baby, maybe before he was 1, I would go to my sister's house a lot. My sister's married, and I could say something to him like he just wanted. Okay, let's stop. If that man come with that bass in his voice, oh, the baby like, oh, okay, yeah, that was a man.
Yeah.
But what makes it even worse is men. Like if you guys are separated, you know what I'm saying? So clearly y'all not together. And then you get into another relationship. Now this man is raising your son. So now you're mad.
What the fuck?
You're big mad.
Oh, come on now.
Big mad.
For what? For what?
Because they don't.
I mean, you ain't got to be mad. All you got to do is just come and get your child.
They don't even want another man around
Just come and get your child.
They don't want another man around them. Like,
so come and get your child.
I've had phone calls where my son could be on the phone with his dad, and he'll be like, "Oh, such and such is called." He'll say, "Oh, he'll tell him my boyfriend's calling." Oh, his dad gets pissed off, and I'm like, I've never once told my son he had to get off the phone with you. I can call my boyfriend back.
I'm pretty sure he's mad at the fact that your boyfriend's calling for you.
He's just mad at the fact that my son is excited about it. But guess what? He likes him. Like, and that's how you should be okay with that.
You don't want nobody around your son that they don't
like. Exactly. But no, he's not thinking the mature way that he should be thinking. So again, to come back, I think he definitely needs to go live with his dad at a certain point in time because, like you said,
all men, not just your son.
Yeah, I can't teach him
all kids,
the stuff that he needs to know as a man. I can tell him, but you can show him.
Yeah.
Well, some of you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna really say because to me or whatever, I agree. I definitely think
you do.
Yeah, because I feel like if the father of the child, if they are able-bodied and able-minded and for the best interest of the child, if the son is able to go and learn from the father and it's a great relationship and you see that man just out there, he's maybe an entrepreneur or the son is gonna be able to step into his father's footsteps if he's a good man, and he's gonna able to share perspective. He's gonna tell them things that I won't be able to tell them because I'm gonna shield my son. I'm gonna say this is my son. But if you never ever get it from a man, then you are only gonna prepare him from a woman's point of view.
Exactly. And we can only do so much. And my son is an empath. So anybody who's ever come just in his space, like he makes you, I don't care how mad you are, like he
girl,
puts you in a better place. Like, I don't care what's going on.
And she is
come to you and be like, what? Like, okay, I can tell. He won't even say what's wrong. I can tell something's going on with you. So I'm gonna sit here with you until we figure it out. Like he feeds off energy just like she does.
Energy, he does.
He's gonna bring you back to where you need to be.
Yes, he does. When I tell you the energy,
I don't know if he can go live like maybe you do a week, I do a week. I don't even know if I'm ready to let him go for that. But he's only 6 right now. So
well, that's a baby to me still.
Yeah.
To me, I don't.
And he's my baby. That's the last one. Well,
it's a baby, but I'm telling you.
Right
yeah, he's still a baby to me, but
yeah.
I'm telling you, when that child gets into middle school, or
they start smelling themselves.
Oh my gosh! But you got to get them a little bit before then, because then it's too.
So what? How old are we talking about? Because I'm thinking 12, 13,
11.
Okay.
11. Yeah, 11. Because okay. So no, he's got to go there way before 11. I would. No,
Well, right
but
now because their personalities start to set in.
and then because the way the kids are today, they're so advanced. I think that at 8 years old, 8 years old, they need to be right there with that dad, because that dad voice, when the dad says something, when he explains something to you, see, you're my son, and I'm saying, look, you know better. Don't go over there. Don't go past that part on the driveway, because a car will come and hit you, or whatever the case may be. And I can tell him that, and I can even be I can be like serious and whatever. I mean it. You better not do it. Oh shit.
Guess what they gonna do?
Yeah, they're gonna still. It's just something about mommy. It's like, even though mommy said, I know I better listen. I know she is telling me the truth, but I'm gonna try it. It's something about that bass, a dad, I don't know, but soon as that dad said he can, and he don't even have to use as many words. Don't go past that damn line on that driveway. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. He ain't got to go into why you don't do it. You might get hit. Oh, you're gonna, no, don't go past that drive. It's something that a boy with their father, like, well, he don't said that shit, I better not do it.
Well, not my son.
Well, I would say it's a level of protection. So when I hear you say that, I think that sometimes if you have a mother relationship with a son, then your mother's able to protect you, and your mother's able to get you to a point where even if you make horrible decisions, your mother be right back there to nurse you back
Every
behind.
time.
But your daddy be like, listen, you step on the line, neither you nor I are gonna save you.
Especially like moms with their sons.
Declaring me or he
different.
So if you get hit by a car, I'm gonna give it to your mama, and and she gonna nurse you back to health. You know what I'm saying? So to me, whatever, no.
But my son, so his dad gets him every other weekend, and most holidays. But he's the fun dad. He knows when I go to dad's house, we're going to Chuck E. Cheese, we're going to Dave & Buster's, we're going here, we're going there. Mom be at work all the time when I be with her, and so, but he knows, like, this is where I have fun. So even, like, he calls his dad by his first name. His daddy's like, I told you stop calling me that. But it's like a big joke to them. Like, so when he calls me by my first name, I'm not fucking playing.
Right.
Like, you know what I went through to bring you here, you gonna call me mama, sir.
You gonna
So, like, your dad wants you to, he'll call his full name, first, middle, last, like he will, and it's so funny to him. But, and so when he tells him to stop, he says it jokingly, like, I'll be like, no, you gotta stop, you gotta tell him to stop that shit. So his dad is really the fun dad. So I don't know what it would be like for them to be together full time. I don't even know if I can handle it for real. But I think it's something that needs to happen.
But see, that's right now because he's young. But when he gets into that 8, 9, 10, do you know they start joining gangs at 11 and 12, 10, and really young. And that little sweet talk that we do just don't get it.
But see, and that's the thing. Like, my boyfriend is around him now. So not to say we're going to be together forever. That's the goal.
Right.
But you don't want another man to have to raise.
Who gives
your
a fuck?
son.
Just whatever
I know
it takes.
at this point.
Yeah, whatever it takes for your boy to get what he needs.
Yeah, but I want to give you as his father the opportunity. I don't never want you to be able to.
He has the opportunity. You ain't giving him the opportunity. He has the opportunity. He has it. You don't give it. He has it because he is the father. But it's up to him to come over.
Let's come back.
Shayna, that ain't right. That ain't right.
You gotta have certain rights. Like, if your name ain't on no paperwork, you haven't been legitimized, you have zero rights to my son. So I do have to give him to you.
Oh, that's not right.
That's technically, but then by you saying that, that's what most men need to realize, is because at the end of the day, like, I'm the mother and I'm gonna set the rules. But if you want if a real man that has like any child, male or female, a girl or a boy, you should be able to impart the things that you need to impart to make that child a better person. And that's what you need. Like, how much impartation, because what I feel like with guys now, whatever, they were always grew up like little man. When it was single mother, they become that single mother's man. And it's like, and then you got to stop and be like, let that man be a boy. Let him just be, so it could be boys to men instead of a man to a boy.
Let me tell y'all, they had this gift shop at my son's school right before Christmas. So they was like, everything is under $5. Send them with whatever money is.
5 and below.
Yeah, whoever they need to buy gifts for. So my son bought me this ring, child. straight out of a Cracker Jack box. But so he was like, you got to put your ring on because now we married. I'm like, sir, I put it on the first time and I have not put it back on because he be like, well, you put your ring on, you my babe. And I'm like, sir, I'm your mother. Like he really feels like, and even him and my boyfriend go back and forth. He be like, well, we gonna have to share your girlfriend. And I be like, sir, you are not my boyfriend. You are not my boyfriend.
Well, I feel like and this is for me, I love my daughters, but it's like with boys, it's easy to receive that validation in your life from a boy because it's ultimately the man in your life. And if you love that boy and you're putting the emphasis in that, then that boy doesn't want to do anything but please his mom.
Yeah, but that's when I'm your mother, then cool. But now he did ask me. He was like, "Well, when can I have a girlfriend?" Sir, you're 6. Let's.
Let's
chill.
But don't they have girlfriends and that's a good point. So when they're even talking about girlfriend boyfriend relationship, even at that age,
that's when daddy need to be
that's
there.
when daddy need
Girl,
to show them because
love.
it'll be a little girl that will take his hand or in either way, but take a girl that may try to kiss him or the interaction. As soon as he starts to come up to a point where he's seeking validation or not seeking validation for a partner, then that's when you want to be like, hey, like, daddy, it's time for you to do it. But if you know that baby daddy or your child's father or ex-husband or whatever, if you know that man ain't, he don't have those things, then maybe the stepfather will step in and take a role.
And I think that with my son's dad, I feel like I'll ask him like certain times, hey, can you get him an extra weekend? Can you get him this time? And he'll be like, no. I think that he feels like he's stopping whatever I got going on.
No, that ain't gonna
Sir,
stop.
you're not gonna stop my show. Guess what? Now I have a new babysitter. Well, he could have been with his dad.
Right.
I don't understand people who feel like. Well, yes, I do understand. You're just stupid. But and I'm not calling him stupid. I'm just saying if people think that, but they do stop. Some people, when you don't do what they want you to do, it shuts them down. It stops them. I'm that person that so you don't want to keep them or you don't. Now you're not going to allow. I'm going to make sure every time I do something, I'm sending them this way. I'm not going to even ask you. I'm not going to give you the opportunity. I'm not going to fucking do anything because you don't play with me.
And not only that, my family's too big for that, sir.
Okay,
I
don't
asked
play.
you first because you're his
play.
dad and he loves being with you. That's why I asked you. I don't need you to do shit.
Right. And when people think that you need them, and they go to tripping, I love to prove to people who actually feels like, oh, well, if I'm not there, it's not going to be a big deal or it's not going to be whatever. Is that what you think? Watch this. Turn it on and see what's going on.
I said I could show you.
Show you better than I
Way better.
Okay, because that's me. And that's been me all of my life. Yes. But the father girl, we're going to bring this back. Fathers need to be in their son's life, and that weekend stuff, it's okay when they're babies.
It ain't okay then, baby. We need a break.
Yeah, but still what I'm saying is if they must be absent or just a little there, okay, from newborn to, I'm thinking when they start school, kindergarten, first grade, okay, you can still handle that. After first grade, Shayna, when I'm telling you the stuff that these second graders are saying, just talk to a second grader teacher.
Oh my God.
Trust, I had 2 second grade teachers in 2023. I still have one here. When I tell you that the stuff that these little damn kids are saying now, if you don't get somebody to give them good structure at home, they're gonna get lost in the system with the other kids that are saying and doing the craziness.
And my son's so sweet. He was just telling me yesterday when I picked him up from school, he was like, he's planning his birthday party in November. I just want y'all to know. So he was
November, baby, yeah.
He was like, my whole class can come. He was like, well, not James because he's just not a nice kid.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like,
he don't already James on blast, Claire.
But I met the little boy James. First of all, he is bad. His mom, we had like a school thing. His mom was there and he was acting up. His dad is a school officer.
Oh, he a grown man.
This little boy was acting an ass. I said, James is bad. He said, Jason was like, James said a bad word today. But Jason's new thing is he like when people curse. He won't curse, but when you curse, he be cracking.
Because he knows it's bad.
Or he'll say, he be like, Mom, on your phone, I saw the D word. First of all, stop reading what's
How
on
is
my
it?
phone.
Look, he learned how to read long time ago, honey.
But the
Your baby
first
can
words
read.
is crazy.
Right.
Well, no, he didn't learn no curse words from Little Heavenly Ones.
Pronunciation skills, like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, but he's so sweet, and that's what I'm afraid of. Like he just be like, yeah, that kid bad as hell, and I'm not messing with him. But I need him to toughen up a little bit. Like that's why I'm like, bro, you need to be with your dad. If not, you gonna be with my boyfriend. That just is what it is.
Well, I mean, I would think that, and I think that now that you might not have to send your child there. But at 6 years old, it's a good thing. What about mentorship programs? What about putting him into
No, what about the father?
The father may
Yeah,
not
because
do
you know
nothing.
what? Even with these, I be so skeptical
Yeah.
about people, especially people I don't know, even people I do know.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
You know, so I feel more comfortable with him being with his dad, and I'm like trying to get, because he was in a situation where he has an older child, and she was keeping him away. Like I'm literally pushing him to you, and you're still like,
he might not even be ready for responsibility.
well, babe, what time is it gonna be? Because you in your mid 40s.
Well, that's the worst part. I mean, that because he might not in his mother relationship or in his father relationship could be a generational curse that need to be broken.
Now that is true. I will agree with that.
'Cause-
But I mean, what
yeah,
are
you
you
gotta
doing
say
to
that,
break
Claire.
it?
Yeah.
What are you doing to break it though?
Nothing,
Like how do
not-
we get there? Because you
nothing.
have 2 sons.
Well, nothing because
Oh.
if you're still doing
So is the older-
is he
I'm
married?
sorry.
No,
Okay, that's why he's still keeping that generational curse alive and well.
he waited for me, and it's
Right.
not happening.
Oh well, shit. He's still waiting. That's why he mad when you took the phone.
It's been 6 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like when a man doesn't want to step up and be a man, if a man can't step up to be the man that you expect him to be, then don't expect him to be there for your child.
But I'm just,
Because that's your first.
No, but Shayna, your baby's father is there for Jace.
Yeah,
he
every
is
other
there.
weekend.
I'm not about to sit here
Yeah, every
and
other
let
weekend.
you down.
Every day,
it.
Yeah,
every
like-
other weekend,
but
that
that-
one
and-
graduation that he had,
And,
Every
and
other
he
weekend.
loves him,
He
and
do.
he spent time, and he talked to him, and he teach him
does.
stuff. I know these things
he
because
just needs, you can't teach somebody something every other weekend. You have to be there to teach them.
But I
and
remember him.
enforce it.
I remember him teaching him. No lie, he taught him how to, because I was trying my best to potty train him, and we would go to the bathroom, and just like any other child, all of them, they'll some white, they'll sit down, some will stand up, but for the most part, a lot of people will get the little potties and let them sit on it, and reward them. When I tell you, I worked with his father. I'm not calling no names, but I worked with his father, and he worked with me. And before I know it, he was standing up, using the bathroom, and I know that was his father doing
We
that
were
because
all
his father.
doing that though. But listen, something happened to him at his dad's house. His doctor asked him, and she was like, "Why are you scared?" He said, "My dad's toilet tried to eat me." So I think maybe when you pushed it back,
Oh,
it
yeah.
fell. He's on the autism spectrum,
yeah.
so he doesn't like loud noises.
Yes.
So now he's afraid. So I'm not saying that, and that's why he reverted back. That's what happened to him.
Okay.
Everybody,
okay.
we all were working with him.
Okay.
And he
no,
was
but
doing
no.
good.
Yeah, we were all working with him. But when I tell you, the father was diligently working with him, and he got him to do it. I was so proud of him, and Jace was proud of himself, and standing there and using the restroom and watching that little thing go around and all of that. And we were doing it for weeks and weeks at a time. And all of a sudden, he came, and I was like, Shayna, what the fuck? How the hell is he gonna do it? I said, Shayna, it's you, and you said, no, it's not.
Exactly. His doctor asked him, and he said, "My dad's toilet tried to eat me." And she was like, "The
that thing
closed
fell
on him." Yep.
down. Oh
That's
my
what happened to him, and
gosh.
he still be
So
like,
he's
"Yeah,
scared.
I'm not messing with it."
Any man, see, he's a little baby boy, but any man, if a toilet seat
Exactly.
fell on somebody's
And
knee,
I don't force him. I don't think it fell like on him, but it fell, and
And it
the
was
loud
just-
noise.
yeah.
So I don't force him. Listen, you'll do it when you get ready to do
Okay.
it. But at that point in time, his dad was also getting him midweek every week, plus every other weekend.
That's right. I remember because he used to pick them up for me. Yeah.
Right. So
Okay.
now we're just not. That's not where we are.
So he don't do
It's-
midweek anymore.
No, it's every other weekend.
That's not
So,
enough time.
stay out of that.
That's not
Right.
because you gotta be if you a boy every day, you gotta be a boy every day. If you a man every day, you gotta be a man every day, and you gotta impart those things into their everyday lives for them to be able to be consistent with it,
Yes.
or they won't.
Like he
And
gets
yeah.
him less than 48 hours. He gets him Friday evening and drops him off
Yeah.
4:30 Sunday afternoon.
no
Out of
time.
7 days.
That's not it.
Yeah, and then you like you ain't
Wow.
did, and you haven't
Wow.
done the hard work with him. You did a project with him. You ain't brush his teeth with him. You ain't wash your face.
Wow.
with him.
Well, he has
Yeah.
done that because he had him for 24 hours, but not even.
not consistently, not because he's gonna be his best behavior because he wants to go somewhere.
Exactly. And now the last week of school, right before they got out for Christmas break, he was sick. So you know, my son has asthma. So when he gets a cold, it's like, you know. So he was home the last week of school. My son been home for 3.5 fucking weeks. Like,
Right.
sir, please,
Wow.
please come,
No.
like, please help me out.
Because it's not because what they do is when you have boys, they're gonna seek. Because I have a little Shih Tzu, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't call it my son. He is my son. Like, I don't
He
know
is
what
your
y'all
son.
like. Yeah. So and he loves validation. He loves. And he like yes. He like mommy. Like come look at me. Come and he loves them. Loves and they kill. But then to me, I'm like Samba. I would train him to be like Samba. Go sit down in your crate now. I'm talking or whatever. But boys will get addicted to that loving, and then they will grow up to be a woman, and that woman gonna have to do what that mama did.
Exactly.
Yes.
What that mama did. If you was the type of man who loved affection from your mama, or loved to sit on your mama's lap, or you love your mama kissing on you, then what do you think as a man that man's gonna do that way? And then to me or whatever, say for instance in the reverse, say for instance if a woman do kiss on him, that could be like a thing and a way from a woman to get into your psyche. So say for instance if you have a woman on the reverse, like you're a mother who just really kiss on her son and really show love. If a woman be like, okay, he love outside validation, let me kiss on him, give him what he need or whatever, and then that's his or her way of when she don't get what she want, not doing that, and then a man is hurt because that's their love language.
Yeah.
And then for me or whatever, when you start doing those things, and you'll start to see how women can be manipulated, and a man is supposed to teach you how to say like you got to keep your emotions in check, and that's why we got these emotional men that want men to
sassy
be women.
girl.
They want men to be who they want their wives to change the tires instead of them because they like I want you to pacify me.
But to me, these days, men are more bitches than women are.
That's the
They
reason.
want us to be
It's
their
like,
mama.
That's the reason.
fuck?
They literally they are.
Oh my
because
goodness.
they're not getting the when you with a woman. I'm a as my son, even my shit. So I'm like, give him an extra treat. Let me do this. That's my nature, and it's I don't even want to be like. Even when I was raising my daughters, I didn't even want to be tough, but they knew like don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's still a girl. But with men or whatever, you like. When they go out and to me or whatever, I don't want my man or my son to keep fighting back at women because the fight ain't really with me, it's with you and somebody else. And that's how it's gonna be territorial. But then when the man when you start battling into that, then he will expect you to start fighting your battles. A woman to fight their battles because your woman has always fought the battles. Especially if you never see a man fighting them.
But this day and time, I don't know what's going on. Is this the lion? Are we lions? They're like the lioness. They go and get the food. They go and do everything. To me, it seems like everything that's going on right now, if I look at it, everyone that I talk to, women, real women, not no damn play, they are just holding the fort down. They're the leaders because these men and the way that the men talk to you and they bicker with you like a little bitch. It's like, are you bleeding today? I have an excuse. I'm on my period. What the fuck is your excuse? Blood coming out of your ass? What the fuck? Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
No, but no, they don't.
Shayna,
They don't care though.
But they do. They sit and they bicker like, it's like, what are you doing? What's your problem? My problem is I'm going through something right now. My hormones are off whack. It's just something going on with me. Why are you acting that way?
Too much impartation from a woman because to me or whatever, once they figure out your emotion and with men, it's really cut and dry with men. They don't really have a lot of emotion. And we have a lot of wisdom, and wisdom will drive the boat.
No,
That's
some
the
men
reason.
have good wisdom. Some men have good. They have good. They are intelligent. But it just seems like it's so few far in between now to me.
is.
I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. It doesn't make it right. It's not a lot of them like it used to be back in the day. Girl, you.
I mean, well, now we're competing with a lot of gay men.
Well, I was competing with AI.
Did I just
Girl.
artificial intelligence?
Girl.
But did I just tell you that they be bigger like female?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I don't even think that.
Okay.
I don't even think that. I don't even classify because I know a lot of now. Hear me out when I say this. I know a lot of men that have a preference for have a male preference, but I know a lot of masculine men who have masculine roles, who live masculine, but their preference is to be with a man. And I believe that when you have and then I think that the men who say that they are straight are having issues with their sense of, they're keen and clear about their feminine traits, and they're able to really give you their feminine traits. They're really give you that sass and that attitude. But when it comes to really stand up and be a man, that's when they go ghost.
Okay.
that just can't. We just went to a whole nother conversation
You know,
for another
yeah.
day, guys.
That's another podcast. Because that's good.
Well, I'm just
It's like,
telling you.
what?
Right. I'm just trying to let you know. Because I might be able to go tip for tap you because my mama told me this, and I heard my mama with my aunties and my cousins and all that.
And all that.
But I ain't never seen my daddy change a tire. I ain't never seen my daddy do an oil change. I ain't never seen my daddy.
Probably don't know how.
And that's a problem. Go out and go live with your daddy then.
Go live with your daddy.
Live with your daddy.
And we gonna wrap it on.
And she said that. Okay, guys. Well, fathers, could you tune in, please, and just let us know how you feel. Don't even sugarcoat it.
Oh.
Let us know if you have a son. Let me know what you're doing with your son in your son's life. That's all. I mean, and it's your opinion. It doesn't make it right or wrong. I just want to read it and say, hey, okay, well, what we were talking about, this is something that he is saying that justified what, we were, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that said, thank you guys for tuning in and feel the rumble and
Listen to the roar, and
we'll
we'll
see
see
you
you guys
next
next
time.
week.
yes, bye.